What's up and welcome back to Interpreting the Stars. Today we're looking at the brand new Breaking Bad film El Camino, which really shocked the world as to its existence. There have been rumors for a very, very long time. We even had our hopes and dreams smashed after images of Bryan, Cranston, and Aaron Paul surfaced online with the subtitle, "Big News Coming." That turned out to be just some kind of alcoholic drink that they were working on. Yeah, I get it. You like your alcohol. Even Dean Norris, who played Hank, is currently showcasing his new beer, Schrader Brow or something like that, all over the place. And that's fine, but people wanted a movie tease and you threw alcohol in their face. Okay. I am done. Let's get back into it. Obviously, there may possibly be spoilers for the show in my review, not the movie, but the show. This isn't a spin-off, remake, or reimagining. It is a continuation, and as such, it is impossible to watch without first-hand knowledge on how the show ended. Now look, it's been off the air for 6 years. Details on that finale are a bit foggy at best, at least in my memory. There are things that I remembered happening, as well as things I really didn't, so I sometimes had a hard time while attempting to follow what this movie was doing. I will first tell you to take a refresher course to remind yourself what happened in that last episode and or last season. You'd only be doing yourself a favor at that point. I won't get too deep into the plot since it is rather straightforward. This basically takes place right after the finale of the show, and it follows Jesse as he is broken down, scared, and in trouble as the death toll at the end of the series left him in a spot that can be compared to a corner, and he doesn't have any idea on where to go from there. The film follows him on that journey. So, first things first, this movie isn't so much of a movie as it is a testament to the fans. It has a solid narrative structure as far as to what Jesse's trying to do. It's got plenty of obstacles that create a massive ball of tension that Vince Gilligan has always known how to write really, really well, but you can also tell it wasn't trying so hard to create a unique story. What we essentially have here from a story perspective is exactly what I imagine what happened to Jesse. It just takes 2 hours to tell, because it also wants to give the audience closure on some things that it never got to address before. Those moments of closure, and there are a few of them, in fact, it starts out on one, make a fan like me smile, but they sometimes disrupt the natural flow of the narrative. A normal movie wouldn't tell the story the way El Camino decided to, and it's not hard to understand why. Fans were already satisfied with this show. It ended on a perfect note that didn't need expanding on, and this film is doing less of an expansion as it is just giving those who want closure. It's like an extra 2.5 episodes, and that's it. Here's where things get a little problematic though. 6 years have gone by between the finale of Breaking Bad and the release of El Camino. This is supposed to take place immediately after, and it's just not gonna fool anybody. Everybody looks older. Aaron Paul no longer looks like a skinny kid. He's filled out. Not only that, but various flashbacks were strewn throughout the movie to help extend the emotional relevance to what's going on, and throwing these characters even further into the past while still looking as if they've aged. It just doesn't work anymore. It doesn't really work in any real shape or form. I guess Marvel's de-aging software was in use. I do want to say, however, that Vince Gilligan really does know how to write building tension, and I have to call this film a slow burner. Keeping Jesse's end goal so incredibly simple made the difficulties in achieving it that much more raw and relatable when he ran into obstacles. However, this type of tension won't work for everyone. My wife, who considers Breaking Bad to objectively be the best TV show ever made, didn't like this movie at all and considered it boring, while I think it had a very good sense of rising tension that got heavier and heavier the more the film played out. I think the reason why she didn't like it is the same reason she isn't a fan of Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul is a very slow burning show. It gets better all the time, but it took a very long time to get to where it is now. Breaking Bad more or less started with a bang and it only got better from there. El Camino follows a tension style much closer to Better Call Saul than Breaking Bad. It's not a bad thing, but it may not be what you're expecting either. From some technical things that I found, it also feels much more like a TV show episode than it does a movie. Atmospherically, that's not gonna prove to be a problem. It just means that there never really seemed to be a ton of focus on visuals or cinematography, and the editing is partially what feels a little lopsided from a narrative standpoint. The story itself is fine, but certain flashbacks seem to be put in there without much explanation on how it connects with anything else as a whole. It always seemed to connect in some kind of abstract way, which only adds to my point that they're in there more for the fans than to contribute anything substantial for the story, which brings me back to the editing. The flow just wasn't there, but I don't think it wanted to be either. If it is just a testament to the fans, then who cares, right? I will leave you with one train of thought. Aaron Paul did great. The kid's got chops and can pull off an impressive and believable emotional performance, which he does again here. Fantastic work. What did I rate this movie? 76%, 76 out of 100 possible stars, giving it the letter grade of C+. C+ seems to be a mixed bag for different genres in 2019. A couple of horror films I've rated in the C+ group is Midsommar and Jordan Peele's Us. Guys, let me know what you thought of El Camino in the comments down below, and if you're a fan of Breaking Bad. As for YouTube, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button if you like this review and would like to see more like it. Hit the thumbs up, as that always helps my channel out, and don't forget about that little bell icon, because that helps notify you when I come out with my next review, which should actually be the live action remake of The Lion King. Until then, peace out!